Welcome to Midlife Mood, vlog number 5, how to stay on track. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to stay on track with your nutrition and weight loss journey. Step number 1, this is the most important step. That is, set realistic goals. If you don't set realistic goals, you're not going to be able to stay on track. What does that look like? If you decide you want to lose 40 pounds and you're going to go keto, but you love carbs, not a realistic goal. If you decide maybe you need to lose 50 pounds and your goal is to lose 50 pounds in 3 months, not a realistic goal. Not going to happen. You're not going to be able to stay consistent because your calories are going to be so low to reach that goal. You just won't be on track with that. So setting realistic goals is super important. If you need help in setting realistic goals and writing them down, you can go to my website, midlifemood.com. You can sign up for the freebie, and part of that freebie is setting realistic goals. That is going to be key. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with clients that just don't I hate to say this, but don't have a grasp on reality on like, what is realistic? Keep in mind, this is a long-term process. This is not short, quick, let's fix the problem and move on and then go back to what we were doing. If you want to stay on track, you have to stick with something that is realistic and doable. So if you were, lots and lots of my clients have been on paid nutrition plans where they're eating 1,200 calories a day. Now, maybe they lost weight. That's fantastic. Good for them. But 9 out of 10 times they gain that weight back because they get off track because it's not realistic and sustainable to eat 1,200 calories a day for your average size woman. Now, just saying. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. But tip number 1 on how to stay on track: pick realistic goals. Number 2, you have to be willing to take the time to measure your progress. So if you are wanting to lose weight, lose fat, you have to know where you're starting and where you go in order to see the progress along the way, because you're going to get off track if you think, oh, I've been, exercising, watching my nutrition, doing all the things, getting my steps, getting my sleep, but my progress isn't going quite as I want, as fast as I want. If you measure your progress, meaning if you take body measurements, if you step on the scale, if you take photos, there's lots of ways to measure your progress. But whatever it is, pick one that works for you, because that's going to help you stay on track, because you as the person putting in the work may not be able to see all the progress that you're making. One example I just thought of in my head, I have a Peloton. I like riding the bike, riding the Peloton. I also use it for yoga, for meditation, for stretching. I love the app because in the app, it shows the month and it shows like a blue dot on the days that you worked out. So that's a way for me to measure my progress. Like, how many days a week did I do the bike? It also tracks how many miles I rode. Love that. The only thing I would maybe steer clear of is tracking how many calories you're burning on your workouts. I wouldn't use that to measure your progress because they're typically not very accurate. Okay, whatever your measurement is that you want to track, pick a way, measure your progress along the way. So maybe you're doing walking 7,000 steps 2 days a week. And then you track it and you're doing 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Great. You're going to stay on track because you're seeing your progress. You're like, holy cow, I'm actually improving. And who doesn't love positive feedback? Everybody loves that reward of, I'm doing it. Okay. Positive reinforcement, measuring your progress and getting towards that goal. Now, the goal, your progress may not look like this. It may not be a huge curve from here to get to where you want to go up here. It might be little teeny tiny steps. That's okay. Moving forward is still progress. Okay, the last thing, this is such a mental game. Losing weight, exercising, Mindfulness is a mental game, and part of that game is when you fall off, you have to get back up. When you fall off, you can't just stay there. You've got to find that motivation to get you back on. So how many times do you hear somebody say like, oh, especially I'm thinking of like the girls' nights that we go out on, like, oh yeah, I was on blah, blah, blah diet, keto, Mediterranean, low carb, whatever, name the diet. But I've been bad the last 3 days. And then they proceed to order, like the most calories and biggest, heaviest drinks and whatever, because they think, well, screw it. I'm already off track. I'm just going to stay this way. And then you just keep doing that every day and you never get back up. You never get back on. You never start over. And I say this a lot in the trainings that I do is, especially in yoga, is like begin again. Begin again. Every day is a new day. And for those of you who don't know me, I'll show you. My tattoo is the sun, and part of the meaning behind that truly is like the sun will come up tomorrow, no matter what happens today, no matter what you did, how much you think you messed up or screwed up. Tomorrow is a new day to pick yourself up and start over. You don't need to wait till Monday to do it. You don't need to wait till New Year's to do it. You don't need to wait till whatever your birthday, after a holiday, whatever that erroneous date is. You don't need to wait till then to start over and pick yourself back up. You don't even have to wait till the next day till the sun comes up. You can do it at the next meal. You can do it the next minute. If you're like, it's 10 o'clock at night, you're like, oh, well, I didn't get my steps in. Forget it. I'm not going tomorrow. Get up and do a lap around the house. You might not get your 7,000 steps, but you're working towards your goal. You're not throwing in the towel, so to say. So that's another reason a coach can be super beneficial, is to help keep you motivated. You have to motivate yourself. You have to want it, but when you find yourself down and out, you need somebody to pick you back up. That's when a coach is helpful. But just remember, because you mess up or you did something that wasn't in the plan, doesn't mean you're forever off track. It's super easy to get back on track. So 3 things: pick your realistic goal, measure your progress, and when you fall, get back up. Those are my tips on how to stay on track. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.